Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to A Place Further Than the Universe, episode 8. So, yeah, last time we began the expedition. We had everybody just kind of getting ready, joining in, and we got some information that the crew is small, the supplies are low, and it's not the best situation. But everyone is dedicated 100% to making this happen. And it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Everyone truly believes in this expedition, and they truly want to get this going. For various reasons, and especially the people who knew the mother. I'm still not great with the names in this series. But the one girl's mother who disappeared during the last expedition, it's like those ones especially, and of course the girl herself and all the other girls, like they're all there for their own reasons and to make sure that this is a success for everyone. So they're going to put forth as much work to make it as possible of a success as they can. And for obvious reasons, like, this is a very feel-good series. I think that they're going to, like, not really have any real problems. Like, there's going to be some issues here and there, but all in all, it's like, I feel fairly obvious that they're going to make this. This expedition's going to be a huge success. These girls are going to grow closer than ever, and there's going to be some very cathartic moments for all of them, honestly, by the end of the series. It's going to be very heartwarming, very emotional, and very wholesome. It's just that kind of show. So while there's no real tension, even though the last episode did kind of try to build up a little bit of tension by mentioning that they're understaffed and undersupplied, it's like, it's not that kind of show. They're not going to do anything like really notable with that. So, but yeah. So I'm excited to get to more though. I've been enjoying it quite a lot since we've come back to it. And I'm glad very much that we have come back to it, because again, as I've stated already in the other episodes, it's a series that I always wanted to come back to and just never did. And I feel really bad about having it just kind of sit in the back for so long and just never putting it forward. So it's a good thing that I've declared 2022 to be the year of getting back to this shit. Getting back to these shows that I either have been wanting to get back to or that I dropped for admittedly unfair reasons, or just didn't even give enough of a chance. Or at least I'm willing to give another chance to. You get the gist. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. So let's just get this started and see what we see. Yeah. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. This series, like I said in the pre-thoughts, is so just wholesome and nice and like feel good that every episode is just like, you just really get into it in a way it's where it's like just This is just the sweetest thing. It's just so sweet. It's so nice. It's just like you can't hate this. It's impossible. Like even an episode where a good portion of it, these girls are like seasick and just completely like crushed by this horrible constant throwing up and everything. It's like it's still somehow just super wholesome. Although the part where they did go out onto the deck in the middle of like horrifying storms and waves and shit, it's like that was anxiety inducing as hell because it's such a horrible bad idea. Those waves could have easily swept them out to sea to their deaths easily, even with them holding on to the railings like that. Those waves can be that powerful. So the fact that they were just out there in that is absolute insanity. It helped. It helped with their seasickness and helped them just come to terms with everything, sure. And that's fine. But you don't do that. I'm sorry, but no. Like I would think that they would have like electronic locks on those doors to make sure someone wouldn't do that shit. Like that is so dangerous. But yeah, so the expedition finally sets off, and as they travel towards Antarctica, the girls have to deal with being on a ship as it goes through the waters. They have to deal with seasickness. They have to deal with the ship tilting at like insane degrees. All kinds of stuff like that. And it's hard for them because they're not accustomed to it. Even something such as running on deck in order to build up your stamina is hard for them because it's not something they normally would do. And they see all these others, even the scientist lady, running perfectly fine, and it's because they understand it. They've probably been doing this for the weeks leading up to this too. They've been training and preparing themselves even before the expedition because they've done this before. They understand how to handle it. And it's just like it's something that like these teenage girls are not going to be able to be accustomed to right away. And I think all of the others there knew that. That's why they were lenient on them and everything. That's why they're not like being rude or upset or mean with them when they're like sick in bed all day, and they're understanding about it all. And they even try to help them out a little. Because it's like, yeah, they get it. It's like these girls, of course they're not going to be used to that. And then there's the entire line about like you'll get land sick when we get back to the land and everything, and it's like, yeah, that would happen. You're getting your body accustomed to a completely different thing so much that when you go back to normal, yeah, your body's not going to be used to that now. It's like, yeah, that's just logic. Of course you're going to get land sick as well. And there wasn't a huge amount of much else to this episode. Like, it was mostly just about them having to deal with the differences of living on a ship for this expedition, for this time, and having to deal with the seasickness that very much can come with it. And everything that entails. That's the thing with this show, though. It can have an episode that not really much actually happens in, but at the same time, it's still really good. It's still really enjoyable, and it's just like you just like these characters, and you just like watching them fulfill this dream and go through this expedition. Even if what they're doing is not like much of anything at all. I kind of love that about this. It's like, even when nothing really happens, it's like you're still invested. So, yeah, there's not really much to talk about in these afterthoughts outside of what I already have. With there just being not much to happen in this episode, it's like there's not really much to go over. So, yeah. I guess tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of A Place Further Than the Universe? And as always, no spoilers, but for now, I'm Connie, and yeah, I'm signing off. See y'all next time.